Hi Facebook, I have promised some friends that I'm going to go live, and I actually got my ass kicked because I went to do like a test run on my own camera and then just went on for 15 minutes and then asked my friends that said I'd go live with, I'm going to post this instead, and they said no, you have to go live. So I'm doing it all over again. I've just been to yoga and yeah, I'm actually quite excited to do these lives. I have been resisting it massively. I just, like, any trick in the book to avoid it. Hi Alex, thanks for being here. Alex is one of those people that's kicked my butt to get on here. So, and what's interesting when you avoid something massively is, well, I've got all the tools to figure out what it is that I'm actually hiding from, or what is it that's coming up. And I figured out with my tools the reason why I've not wanting to go live is that I have a limiting belief, or you don't have to call it a limiting belief, but I have a belief somewhere in my system that it's not safe for me to express myself. And that is an irrational belief, and my body probably is trying to protect me from impending doom, that it's not safe out there. Hi Nick, hi Margie. Yeah, so it's not safe in the world for me to express myself, and it's not even a true belief. But these kind of beliefs, they come in like when you're, let's say when I was like a kid, or maybe in some relationships, or you know, different things, nothing important. Maybe sometime at school, like someone told me to like shut up. I don't know. You know, it doesn't even matter where these beliefs came from, but they exist and they stop you in your tracks. So I had myself, I've done everything possible not to go live today, and it is fine. Look, I'm alive, body, I'm alive. And yeah, it's really safe for me to sit behind my computer and write wonderful, beautiful articles, and just feel so inspired by everyone in the Facebook world. And you know, I think it's about time that yeah, thanks Nick. And that's, yeah, well, that's the reason why I'm here actually, is to explain a little bit about what I do and how I use it with myself. So as an example, I figured out that there's this belief that lurks around sometimes, that it's not safe to express myself. But working with other people, and I'll explain how I do that, I've found things like, well, we've found that people are feeling blocked or silencing themselves or not taking action because of something like, it's not safe for me to be successful and have love. So if I'm successful, I can't have relationships, I can't interact with the world out there, I don't have time for people to love me. And then on the other side, there's been someone that had something like, it is not safe for me to be visible and what was it? To be visible and successful. So it's just, there's these things that come up inside us, and it's hard to say exactly what, you know, what form it takes. It could be an emotional reaction, or a thought pattern. And I'm quite overwhelmed that there's like 10 people watching me right now. Hi everyone. So yeah, I really enjoy helping people find these weird little mind traps and labyrinths that we create, or that have been created in our lives, that stop us acting and moving forward. And the way I do that, there's several ways that I do it. I use kinesiology at the moment, creative kinesiology, and it is amazing what you can find out. And the how do you make the heart stop? It's really distracting. I'm kidding. I guess I just have to get used to it, don't I? So in the kinesiology sessions that I've created, Claire does kinesiology too, creative kinesiology, is I've mashed it up a bit, and I like working deeply with people, and I like really getting to the point where we actually get to some really meaty stuff and move through, like I call it, like quantum leap out of old patterns. And using the creative kinesiology, I've created these sessions I call Activate Your Potential. So basically you stand on one side of the room, so you can be on Skype, you can be like somewhere else, you can be in, where are you Nick? You're in Bali. You can be in Bali and we could do it over Skype. You stand on one end of your room and you have the vision where you want to go in the future, or you know what your plan is or your goal is. Like you want to write a book, you know, what's stopping you from writing your book, or you want to lose some weight, or you want to have deeper relationships with your kids or your partner, or you want to find a partner. And so you stand at the beginning of the session. It takes about 2 hours. You stand on one end of the room and you really visualize and see your vision of your future, your plan or your dream over there. And during the session, you're going to take one step at a time towards it. And what's amazing is that because it's sort of like walking into the future, so much comes up, and it's so tangible and energetic and strange. Some people are like, oh, I can't move my feet, or I can't take a step forward, or I'm feeling scared, or I feel totally unsupported, or my legs have gone to jelly, like all sorts of very tangible reactions happen. And so it's just really exciting to see people actually move through all these patterns and energies coming up around them. And using the kinesiology, we can find out what it is. So, it might be one of those limiting beliefs, like I mentioned before, like it's not safe for me to be successful. It's not safe for me to write a book because that might hurt people's feelings or something like that. All these patterns come up that stop us acting. And the kinesiology means we can identify, is it emotional? Is it physical? Is it something in your environment? Is it something you're eating? Like so many, like the 360 dimensions of being you. And as you move through the 5 steps towards your vision and goal, you're letting go more and more and more of what's holding you back, or at least knowing what it is. Like, I know that I have a limiting belief that it's not safe for me to express myself, but I know it's not true. So even knowing these patterns that we hold within us is super empowering. So yeah, it's been really cool working with people like Lucy and some other people that have helped me. Well, like me working with them has created this lovely little package or sessions that I do called Activate Your Potential or Quantum Leap Out of Your Shit. And because by the end, when you stand there, and by the time you get here, it really does feel like a giant cocoon of dark, murky has like lifted and come off, and you kind of emerge like clear and focused and like, oh my God, I'm excited. And yeah. It's super powerful. And then there's other stuff I do. And, well, I wanted to talk a little bit about, why I'm so fascinated by people and patterns and energy, and the fact that, being human and having a body is such, it's so multifaceted. There's like, I don't think I'll ever get bored of trying to figure it out. Well, not figure it out is wrong, is in exploring and adventuring with it. And what I've really noticed, what I like to notice is that we have like ancestral imprints. There's this karmic sort of bonds with certain people, these patterns, this magnetism between people, hearts that have these like threads towards each other that you can't really understand the connection. There's so much that goes on within us, there's like life emerging through us. There's, emotions that rock us. There's thoughts that appear. Are they coming from the outside or inside? And I just find it so absolutely fascinating. And I think what was I going to talk about? It was that sometimes what's holding you back isn't necessarily you. It's not from within you. There's something holding you back. It could be a societal thing. There could be an imprint from your ancestry, like a pattern or a belief pattern or a consciousness pattern that's been passed down through generations and is just part of your genetic or cellular or energetic makeup. And it's just so interesting to find with the other work I do, like the aura transformation, how that can really shift. And so I've just found it super, how do I say, like inspiring to work with people and watch them be able to move away from patterns that are really weighing you down in different ways. I mean, sometimes obviously the ancestral imprint can be really useful, like a long line of musicians and artists. It's like in your bones to play music or to paint or to dance or something like that. But then sometimes there's stuff that isn't so useful, like if you think about the oppression of women over like 1,000 years, that's ingrained in all of us, male or female. It's ingrained in our bodies, in our buildings. that kind of oppression is just in and around us, and we are the location where we can change that pattern and we can start moving away from it. And I think what I'm most passionate about is transmuting those patterns, helping people quantum leap out of them, or help them acknowledge them, or help move out of them. And aura transformation is, I mean, I'm super passionate about aura transformation. Been doing it full time 4.5 to 5 years now, and it's not going anywhere. And yeah, I just think it's an amazing way of dissolving old patterns and old energies and karmic bonds and ancestral imprints that are holding you back or weighing you down. And in having the new, so we dissolve the old aura and we integrate the new crystal aura, like the crystal and indigo children. And it's just so much more protective, such, you know, strong, clear boundaries. It's far clearer, and you just feel so much more grounded and present and focused. So when I've spent time picking aura transformation and creative kinesiology because I know they work and I know they're powerful. And you don't really come and see me if you want to do little bitty bits. We're going to get to work and really make stuff move and happen for you. So the one I cheated and I recorded a bit of this earlier, and I kind of think I said more, but I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to love and leave you, and thank you for turning up. And yeah, I'm going to do more of these, and I'll just keep harping on about all the cool stuff I see and do. Lots of love. Bye.